Last year, Intamin celebrated its 50th anniversary. The Liechtenstein-based company basically started as a broker for other manufacturers such as Schwarzkopf and Giovanola, but in the 1990s began producing their own rides. Then, in the new millennium, Intamin became a market leader in the amusement industry. They created many breakthrough coasters, broke records and delighted many enthusiasts with exciting rides such as Expedition GeForce, ElToro and Maverick. But this dominant position has been challenged in recent years. Nowadays, Intamin is at a crossroads trying to keep innovating, so to maintain its status as a leading force in coaster design. Here is my attempt to look at the developments and prospects of Intamin in recent past and the near future. How exactly did Intamin lose ground to competing manufacturers to some extent? Although many attractions made by the company were huge critical successes, especially with enthusiasts, some of them were prone to operational and maintenance difficulties. In particular cases such as Maverick and Intimidator 305, Intamin had to redesign elements because of issues with the G-forces or excess stress exerted on the train. In other words, the innovation and excitement of Intamin rides in that decade also sometimes came with reliability problems. Moreover, the market to build roller coasters became much more competitive. After 2009, other manufacturers started to produce coaster types that directly compete with Intamin's flagship products. B&M sold their first Giga coasters, Mack introduced its full magnetic launchers with great success, and the top-of-track design from Rocky Mountain offered an appealing alternative to the prefab wooden coasters. Generally, more and more companies step up their game, and this, adding to the operational issues I discussed before, made Intamin's position in the business less dominant. The company, for instance, did not build a single thrill coaster in America since 2012. However, that is most certainly about to change. In 2017, Intamin returned to the US with the construction of their family launch coaster, Wavebreaker, in San Antonio, and they are, most presumably, manufacturing the new coaster at Universal Orlando. You may wonder, how did Intamin react to this new environment? How did they adapt, and what changes have they gone through to try to stay on top of the game? First of all, Intamin continued to sell exciting rides outside of America, ensuring a steady flow of cash and contracts to the company, so it could still afford to invest in research, and as a consequence, the manufacturer has worked hard to keep improving their product and address the shortcomings of some previous rides. The hydraulic launch, which led to remarkable record-breaking coasters, was gradually phased out for the LSM coasters. Although many enthusiasts do actually prefer the thrill of the hydraulic acceleration, this change solved the reliability issues caused by the wear and tear inherent to that former system. Improved magnetic launchers also enabled more dynamic coaster layouts, with the addition of multiple launchers, backwards elements, and so on. With the opening of Taron at Phantasialand, Intamin also updated the seat and restraint design, which was previously a complaint from some enthusiasts. The company produced their answer to the MATLAB bar using similar elevated seat and shoulder-free configurations. However, in my opinion, there are also subtle differences with the Intamin version, such as the slightly more open seating due to the less curvy backrest. Obviously, Intamin also started to go for even bolder elements in their layouts. They hired a young and talented engineer, Camille Bilson, a coaster enthusiast who used to be involved in the No Limits community quite a lot. Although designing coasters is obviously a team effort, Camille arguably played a decisive part in bringing fresh ideas to the company. Hyperion is an example of this updated approach. The new attraction at Energielandia keeps some of the classic excitements of a mega coaster, but also breaks many of the unspoken rules of that coaster type, adding the amazing twist and dive inversion and several low-to-the-ground elements. Upcoming blitz coasters such as Steel Dolphin and Taïga also experiment with forces that are relatively new to Intamin, with elements such as upside-down stalls and outward bank turns. The inspiration from RMC is blatant. However, Intamin is arguably reusing these elements with their own twist on their distinctive launch and mega coasters. And judging by the recent announcements for Parc Astérix and Walibi, Belgium, this is only the beginning of a new dawn for Intamin. From my best understanding, the Liechtenstein manufacturer has learned and improved from their setbacks in the previous decade. The company addressed much of its complaints about past rides, and under intense competition along with new designers, Intamin is bringing again the daring and innovative approach that made them famous in the first place.